Hey, this is Kwavi, life coach for women 50 through 99. I help women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond achieve their childhood dream in 12 weeks. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about 5 questions to ask yourself to improve your life. These are the five questions every woman in her 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond should be asking herself regularly. And I'd love to hear from you. These questions, once I share them with you, I'd like to know if these are questions you've asked yourself regularly, or are they new, or maybe you've asked yourself a few of them. Love to hear from you. So, the first question is, what is perfect about your life right now? I want to direct your brain to come up with ideas about what is perfect about your life. And I'm just going to say this right now. I don't know, or there is nothing, is not a valid answer because I do know, I know that there is something perfect about your life right now. And I want you to go there because once you realize and you articulate what is perfect about your life, you know what happens next? Yeah, gratitude. Yes. So I want you to think about that. Like, what is perfect about your life right now? All right. And I'd love to hear some of your responses. I would really, really love to hear some of your responses. And listen, it doesn't matter what it is. It's perfect to you, and that's all that matters. Okay. Number 2 question. Let me look at my notes here. What are your 3 core values that are non-negotiable? Like, what are the 3 core values to you that are non-negotiable? That's a very important question because your core values drive how you show up. Like, seriously, like how you show up in life is based on your core values. And we typically have a number of them, but I want you to focus on 3, like the 3 main ones to you. And I want you to really sit down and write down what they are. I think it's really important for you to really evaluate what your core values are and see how that affects your life. Now, once you're able to answer that question, I want you to also, the next question, which is number 3, which is, do your current core values empower or disempower you currently? And the reason why I'm asking that question is your core values could have been something you created maybe from childhood, and you're still carrying them along. But the question is, are those core values empowering you or disempowering you? Like, I'll give you an example. And this was from a client example where for her, looking a certain way was one of her core values as she was growing up, like being, looking a certain way, dressing a certain way. It was very important to her. But as we started to work together, she realized that that core value no longer served her, but she was holding on to it. So, in other words, a core value that she had for so long was more disempowering than empowering. And so, I want to ask you, like, what are some of your core values? And once you write that down, I want you to look and see, is this core value really empowering me at this stage in my life? And what I normally share with my clients, I call them aging core values. What are the core values as you age that you want to have in your life? So look at that carefully and determine if the aging core values you have, you want to keep them because they empower you, or if they disempower you, you can decide, or just being aware. You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. You could just decide to sit in that space of, oh, that's what's happening. Because awareness is also a great space to be in. So if that's where you want to stay for a little bit, you don't have to change it. You can just sit with that. But at least now you're aware. Okay, number 4. I want you to think about the one thing that you're yet to achieve, but keeps coming up. Like the one thing that keeps bubbling to the surface. and you've had it for years and years and years, and it keeps coming up, that you are yet to achieve. And I want you to really think carefully about that. We all have that one thing that we keep saying, I'll do it next time. I'll do it no tomorrow, when maybe when the kids are older, maybe when my career is launched, whatever it is. Like, what is that? I want you to write that down. And also, once you determine what that is, I really want you to really ask yourself, if something were to happen to you within a year, would you regret not doing it? Like, is that the one thing that you would like to achieve before you leave this earth? So really think critically, like really allow your brain to go there. And I know for some of you, it might be something that's all the way down because you have put so many priorities from other people on top of it. And it's probably been pushed to the bottom, but it still keeps coming up now and again. So I really want you to ask yourself that question, what that is. And number 5, I want you to ask yourself, how can you make an impact in your own community? How can you make an impact in your own community? That's number 5. I want you to think about that. Like, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do that can impact others around you? And I want you to be open to the idea that not everyone has to make a big splash type of impact. Your impact might be just a few people, and whatever that is could be a domino effect for others and others and others. But I want you to really ask yourself that question: how do you want to make an impact in your own community? All right, so I'm going to go over the 5 questions again. The first one is, what is perfect about your life right now? Number 2, what are your 3 core values that are non-negotiable, like non-negotiable? And when you've listed those, the third question is, are those core values that you have right now, are they empowering or disempowering to you? I really want you to look at that. Number 4, what is the one thing that you're yet to achieve but keeps coming up every so often? And number 5, how do you want to make an impact in your own community? I'm telling you, these 5 questions will improve your life for the better in so many ways. So I want you to be able to answer these questions. Tell me what you think. If you want to share them with me, respond by email or respond in the video. I would love to hear your thoughts. And listen, if this has resonated with you in some way, you're thinking, you know what, Kwavi, I want to do more. I encourage you to schedule a sales call with me, and I'll share with you how I'll be able to help you, because I'm going to ask you more questions about your life, and I'll be able to share with you how I can help you achieve your goal, childhood goal, or any other goal in 12 weeks. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to hearing your responses. Take care. Bye.